Peace and blessings, family. It is yours truly. I am Amar Mari. I am the CEO of Synergetic Network Group LLC. We are your community liaison for entrepreneurs and consumers. We feel that doing business is more than just an exchange of currency and goods and services. What we're doing is we're enabling the business owner to stay in business, also to be able to write the checks, to be able to hire people, and also to be able to help them to be able to take care of their families. Business is a wonderful way, business-based generational wealth is a wonderful way for us to be able to lay a foundation for our children economically, because as we all know, a child cannot inherit their parents' job, but they can definitely inherit a business. So this is what we are in the business of, is helping others to establish their business, to be business starters, okay, to go from thinking, from the planning, blueprinting, actually executing the plan. So this is what Synergetic Network Group LLC is here for, also to provide you information from those who are actually doing business in real. So on tonight, we have established guest, one of my good friends, one of my mentees, our good brother Reginald Orr. He is the CEO of KingdomworksOrr LLC. He is one of the members of Synergetic Network Group LLC. My brother and I, we had met approximately about a year ago, and he has a very powerful story I would like for him to share with you. He's a testimonial of what SNG LLC is doing for the community. Okay, this is not a paid advertisement. I didn't give him any money to come on here and say what he's saying. All right, this brother is saying it from his heart. He's saying it from his own personal experience. Our brother's also and an author, as well as a mentor too. Okay, our brother has been in the sales business for numerous years. Okay, our brother has stepped out and decided to start his own business, and we're proud to say that we were an igniter of that fire for him to start his own business and build business-based generational wealth. So introducing the son and presenting others, CEO of Kingdom Works LLC, Reginald.
Hey, hello, sir. Thank you for having me on again, man. Just want to say, grateful for the opportunity to be on again with you, my mentor, my great friend, my spiritual leader. I'm honored for the opportunity.
All praises, man. I give thanks. I'm humbled and honored as well. And I thank you for affording us the opportunity to pour into your life. So if you would be so kind, Reginald, to talk to us about what did Synergetic Network Group LLC do for you and your family?
Basically, when we operate, we should operate in authenticity and that which is likened to itself is drawn anyway. So when you know that you have a righteous spirit that's inside of you, that you're gonna be drawn into that same spirit. So meeting you, uh, doing business with you as well, being mentored by you has put me on a path. Basically, just a body at rest stays at rest until a greater force comes and moves it. So it's basically use that fire to go ahead and take that leap, take that jump, grow your wings on the way down, and in doing that allowed me the opportunity, to open up more doors and to trust myself even more.
All praises, I give thanks for that, man. So tell me, man, and tell the audience if you would please, what sparked the fire in you for you to drive approximately 4 hours
Man,
to
what's
our
really
residence for me to in person mentor you?
man crazy. 7 years been in sales, going on 20 years. I was did automobile sales for 10, and did for the past 7 years I was doing door-to-door vacuum sales. Basically I was just running around in circles, not knowing where I was going. And I met you at a very pivotal moment in my life, where basically, the authenticity we were just addressing, just to get that hug. And I was like, okay, that's the trust that I need. And that solidified the bond. And so I was like, okay. And I just basically started taking instructions, and a good man's steps are ordered by the Lord. The Bible says a good man steps are ordered by the Lord. So, I just started taking the advice that you was giving me, and just started to path my own way from the advice that you was giving me.
Wonderful. And so, and in what way did we help you to start your businesses?
Man, it's basically don't wait on nobody to do anything for you. Like, if you want, don't go where the path may lead. Just go and create a trail. If you continue to do what everybody else is doing, the results gonna already be, everybody already gonna know what to expect. So basically, just throw me in the water. Go get it. Go get it. And the wise counsel, man. Like, just that was a huge, it was a huge impact in my life. And then to see somebody that looked like me doing what I wanted to do, basically that was what I needed, because I was, being used and
All praise.
abused.
All
Yeah.
praise. So would you say that, we pretty much helped you to pursue your dream? I do recall you actually writing the book. Would
Right.
you say that the connection that we gave you is genuine? It wasn't, a what do they call it today? A troll.
Right. Right.
It
Yeah, I
was
mean,
actually a real person that didn't take your money, and ran with it.
right.
It was somebody who actually helped you to do real work in real life.
Right, right, and actually putting faith behind the works. Faith without works is dead. It was actually just doing the work instead of just praying about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because here we
And
definitely believe that you pray and perform and something happens.
right, right. So yeah, and it opened up a whole lot of doors. The platform basically opened up a lot of doors. It's just basically laying the foundation. That's what our Creator do. He laid the foundation. Then He's like, all right, it's time for us to go to work. So that's basically, laying the foundation. So grateful for that. Thank you.
Hey, all praises, brother. You definitely welcome, man. It's our honor and pleasure. Because as everybody knows, those who actually deal with us, and there's more testimonials like the CEO here, Reginald Orr of Kingdom Works LLC, where our attitude is servitude. We have real connections.
Right.
Okay. There's another member that's going to be coming on as well by the name of Andrew Adams, another serial entrepreneur
Yeah.
like Reginald Orr here, who has had real connections. Okay, where he's doing real business and actually getting his business off the ground, even receiving funding for him to do his business. And so our brother here, the services of our good sister Walker, helped to be able to put that book together. He did. And speaking of which, about that phenomenal book that you have going, what inspired you to write, you know, and you come up with the title of that book?
Well, actually, it's a collaboration. She actually, put the title together, but basically, I journal a lot, and I know I've been journaling for the past 7 years, and when I linked up with her, the title was actually what I really, really wanted to do and what I was actually doing, because I was a team leader and been in sales, so being in the forefront, being able to lend my ideas, my strategies, my concepts with some of the past history, and basically just tailoring tailoring a lifestyle, a habit, or a ritual that's going to put you in a better position than everybody else. That's not working the fundamentals of life, and basically just learning balance and teaching it.
All praises, man. Give thanks, man. So talk to us, man. Tell us about the backdrop of your life, because you're truly a rags to wealth story, man. Going from a poverty mindset to
Right.
having a wealth mentality. So talk to us and tell us about the things that occurred in your life that led you up to the point where you are today to be a person of such strong character and having such a strong mind to be able to go out and to be able to tackle, your fears and to be able to, take charge in your life and do what you know that you are destined to do.
Basically, I had to, I was born a statistic. My mom was 14 when she got pregnant and when she gave birth to me. No father figure around. She had my brother when I turned 7. So from at the time he turned 7, my um, responsibilities increased, and that was actually the time where I was able to harness my gifts. I learned how to play the drums. I learned how to rap. I learned how to, just basically turn my body into a machine around 7. Then around 13, she made a poor choice, allowed, I call him a smooth talker to come in and to make a wrong choice. So we ended up having to move in with our relatives. Graduated high school, fell out of college, was engaged to get married, broke it off because I wasn't good enough to be in the family. Got married, dysfunctional relationship for like 10 years. But when during that process, I caught a drug case. I'm 35 years old. I lost 5 jobs, basically out on the street. But I end up meeting a guy that actually put me on journaling. I was selling a lot of cars at the time. I mean, my high month was 46. I'm just selling 46 cars. I'm bragging. I'm on my high horse, and he basically looked at me in my face and said, "You ain't nothing." He's like, you're a public success, but a private failure." I was like, "Whoa." You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
That kind of stuck deep. And then I was like, "What you mean?" And he was like, "Bro, you doing all this out in public, but what about your private life? You going through a divorce, you got kids everywhere, you got baby mama drama. Like, come on, man." He was like, basically, you need to clean the skeletons out of your closet. And that was the changing point. I didn't have nothing else to lose. When you're at the bottom, you got nowhere but to go up. So I started journaling, and that basically, we uh, it was basically a paradigm shift. You change your thinking, you change your world. You change your thinking, you change the reality in your world. Einstein said that the problems that has gotten us here has brought along this thinking that has gotten me here has brought along problems that this thinking cannot solve. Which furthermore lets you know that you cannot solve a problem in the same state in which you entered into that problem. So the words that you speak over your life, that really is what moves you and shapes you. So basically, I changed the way everybody else was seeing me, and I started looking at myself out of a different set of eyes, which is
hmm
eyes. You got sight. Helen Keller said, sight with no vision is the worst sight, because you're not really going nowhere. So basically, grew up,
hmm
Christianity basically was the foundation, but I knew it was something a little deeper than that, and I started to study the Bible for myself and find out for myself, because you and I talk about this a lot. 2 Timothy 2:15 tells us to study to show out thyself approval. And you know, again, you a man could say something, but if he hasn't experienced it, what you call it, it's a theory. It's he's just going by what somebody else say. But when you experience and when you go through the fire, and gold has to be tested. So when you go through the fire, what you come out of the fire, that's on you. And, it's your mentality. So basically, if you have a mind shift, your whole world will change. The creator said he give us the power to create wealth. So wealth is not just money, it's a mindset.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, talk to us about the importance of empowering the mind. Why is that so important? You know.
Man, man, it's very important. We don't have to wake up to think negative. We when we go to bed and we wake up, you know, our thoughts are going to be negative. We pick up the newspaper, it's going to be negative. We turn the TV on, it's going to be negative. You know, the Bible tells a man does not, you know, save to get saved, and it tells you know, a believer to renew his mind daily. You got to detox. You know, you got to detox every day, because man, the the medium, the world, the TVs, the chaos going on around us, the story that's going on in our minds, man. It's so much going on, and if you don't play by a different set of rules, you're gonna be in trouble, because you're gonna be just like the status quo. You know, do the same, get the same. Do different, get different. So you know, if you want to get something different, you got to start implementing new processes so you can get different results.
Absolutely. Absolutely indeed. So with that being said, why do you feel like it's important to be able to establish your own business?
Man,
Why is that important to you and your children?
it's the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, and we know growing up from 0 to 5, we learned the word no pretty quick. Growing up not really having your own, and the struggles that we grow up having, and we figure out how to solve them. I use the acronym SAM: solving problems, addressing issues, meeting needs. So if you have an idea, I know that I didn't really have a father figure around, and none of my cousins and some of my aunties didn't really have positive male figures around. And you got to look at what your fight was, and what you came out on the other side of. And mine was, my vision is to restore mankind back to its authenticity. You fix the
Hmm.
man, you fix the home. So in order to fix the home, when you do fix the man is the foundation. He lays the rules, and the man, if you work, we gotta teach them the difference between work and job. Work is your calling. Work is you becoming. Work is you manifesting yourself. Work is you doing what you were sent here to do. Work is your passion. Then job is your skills. You know, school teaches you how to do, not think. You know what I mean? So being an
Yeah.
entrepreneur in that sense is, um, a lot of us, when we pass away, we want to leave money, but the kids gonna blow that money. But if you leave them strategies, and you leave them ideas, and you leave them concepts, and you leave a business mentality, you teach them about financial literacy. If you lay that ground rule, they're going to pass it on from generations. So that's how a good man leaves an inheritance for his children. And then, that mindset, if you take, he said, seek first the kingdom. I like kingdom. You said it yourself, kingdom. If you teach that mindset, and then you pass it on, everything's going to be added. So your child take that little bit that you teach them, and they add on to it, and then their grandchild take that little bit that you teach them, and you add on to it. The generational wealth is going to continue to carry on. So now we got business mentalities, business mindset. So now we'll be able to be effective and affect change, and the change that we want to see, we'll be able to create it instead of waiting on handouts. It's the only way to be. Otherwise, you're going to be on the other end, wanting to borrow, wanting to, standing in line. I grew up government cheese. I don't want that life no more, and I don't want my kids to want it. So that's the importance of establishing the right foundation. The importance of establishing the mentality. Like, that's the problem. It's not that we don't have money. It's the fact that we're not wise with our money when we get our money. And the other nations, they make their money bounce 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, and we make our money bounce as soon as we cash our check, and we're going to spend it. And if you dare not say anything about saving, what you mean? And it's important that
Hmm.
they have that mentality. That you may not have money, but if you got a wealthy mentality, you're gonna create that money. I've started over numerous of times, man, and
Hmm.
what you become on the other side of that problem, man, it's amazing.
Definitely, definitely. And I definitely co-sign on what you said, man. And to piggyback on what you said, I do definitely believe in us having not only other people's money,
Right.
but other people's knowledge.
Man.
Other people's knowledge. So we want our children's intellectual property to become something that can be monetized on. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because people pay for information.
Mm.
And it's the accurate information and implementation of the accurate information that will
Right.
not only transform people's lives and make them into a new creation, but it will also establish their lives on a solid foundation for them to build a solid structure spiritually and economically for their family.
Right.
So we definitely want to focus on information, and this is what we're focusing on here, Synergetic Network Group L. We're focusing on passing information on, accurate information on, that those who implement the information, their lives we build on a solid foundation because the information itself is solid.
Mm.
Family, I want y'all to understand, sound teaching applied brings about a sound mind.
Mm.
Sound teaching applied brings about a sound mind and
Wow.
establishes your life on a solid foundation.
Mm.
So, if you would please, Reginald, talk to the people for a moment and tell them about, you know, your book and what you want them to take away from that. What is the takeaway from your book?
I mean, basically, you can get into the minds, like just like you go to Walmart, you buy a DVD player, and when we open that DVD player up, at the very top of that DVD player is going to be a booklet or a pamphlet, which is the manual. If I hand you an invention and I don't tell you what it does, the invention itself can't tell you what it do. So basically, you tapping into the mind of the creator when I look at the Bible. That's how I look at it. But basically, the takeaway is to get the capacity to learn how to dominate earth, because that's what we're supposed to do, is rule. So basically, you get the vocabulary, get the mentalities, get inside the minds of the authors, um, get inside their visions, and basically find out their whys and why they do what they do. Find out, the takeaway is you're gonna have confidence. You're gonna have the capacity to move. I'm gonna be able to. You're gonna. My mission is to distract what, Reggie? The story that you believe about yourself, the life the life that you're living right now. That's not the end of it. So basically, dispute. Okay, now let's argue about it. If you do something different, you'll get something different. So now we're disputing it. Distract, dispute, and interrupt. So now we're interrupted because we're beginning to take on a whole new lifestyle, a whole new way of being. And then once you start becoming new, things around you will become new. Man, time will not wait for you to get your head together. It don't matter. Time's still gonna move. And if you don't figure out how to move with time and movement in the moment with time, you're gonna get lost and you're gonna be lapped, and you're gonna be just like that homeless person that's on the side of the road. It's not that they're not smart people. It's that they didn't move with their window of time. And basically, if you don't, basically this book is gonna light a fire. Move. A body at rest stays at rest until a greater force comes and move it. Move. Now you need the motivation to dominate earth with heaven's credentials. You got to get inside of these authors' minds so you can see how they dominate earth with heaven's credentials. My great granddad used to say all the time, beat your game. And my grandma used to say that. I was like, Grandma, it's did we win? I used to say that all the time. But I looked it up. It's basically win your own game. BYG. Beat your game. Not nobody else's game. Beat your game. The game that the reason you showed up on planet Earth. That's the reason you showed up, and we all got our gifting that's going to make room for us and allow us the opportunity to do what's needed so we can get to where we want to go, so we can set our family up for the blessing. Some of the things that we're doing right now, Amari, you know, we may not see the fullness of the blessing, but the ones coming behind us will get to see it, and they'll get to reap from the work that we put in. A tree don't eat its own fruit; it serves. So, and we get service mixed up. We think, oh my
Go
God, I
ahead.
ain't finna serve nobody. I ain't finna do nothing. That ain't even what he's talking about. He said, sing praises. When you look in a mirror, Amari, it's a reflection that comes back, and you're looking at that reflection. He said, become my reflection, you know, become my image, take on my nature, you know. But everybody, la 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 la, they singing and they ain't even getting the right interpretation. Just like what we just talking about then. When you delve deep and you get into the mind of the maker, you become the mind of the maker. And then now you can operate from divinity because you're in a different time zone. Your poster of the day, same place, different space. We could be in the same house, but then be in a whole different space of mind, bro. So, man, it's just I co-sign it. I'm the only male in it, but the females that's in there, you know, they've overcome a lot of health issues and a lot. So just the dreamer, the procrastinator, the self-sabotager, the person that starts and never finishes, or basically the person that's scared to act. Get the book.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. I want to say Wakusu to my brother Carlos out there. Wakusu to you too, my brother. You don't know that means wake up, clean up, stand up. All right. I want to send a shout out to Queen Mother Rhonda, Luis Ramos. Thank you for the statement too. He said you inspire me. We give thanks for that. We appreciate it. Thank everybody for who tuned in. And in closing, Brother Reginald, or if you would, man, inspire those who, you know, are in the state of mind that you were in. You know, just drop a quick little minute, you know, some nuggets on them so they could put in their treasure chest of wisdom, you know, and they can utilize it later on in their life.
Man, it don't matter where you come from. It ain't about where you was born. It's about where you're trying to get to. If you try it, you can do it. If you believe it, you can do it. Never stop building. Just keep going. What you might have, you know, the cards may not were dealt in your favor. But you know, when you playing spades, you gotta work that hand anyway. Take what you got and make it work. So take that what little bit that you got and you make it work. David had 5 stones. He had 5 stones. The lion and the bear snuck up on him. Goliath, America, they didn't sneak up on him. You know, he stood toe to toe. So you gotta take what you have, that one thing that you have, and you gotta hit bullseye. Stop the sin, the self-inflicted nonsense. You gotta rise to another level. Sin is just missing the mark. That's all you're doing. That's a word that they borrowed from the Olympics, you know, and where they take a bow and arrow and they throw in their bullseye, and when they miss, they say Hamatia. You missed the mark. So you don't have to miss the mark no more if you take and just you know, turn, move just a little bit, you know, get yourself together, start working on you, get you a journal. That was my starting point 7 years ago. I got a journal. My whole world was just falling, crashing on me. I mean, I'm having babies, I'm going through a divorce, I got a repo, I just got kicked out of my apartment. Man, I'm a walking testimony. But the one thing that's always kept me going was faith. Faith is, you know, seeing everything, being on the other side of the problem, not looking like what you've been through, being stronger than what you're up against. Like it ain't what's going on, it's what you're gonna do about it. So I'm sorry I went on the page, but
No need to
yeah,
apologize. No
yeah,
need to
just
apologize. You know, that was empowering. You know, we thank you for coming on SNG Spotlight again. Family is yours truly, the CEO of KingdomworksOrr LLC, Reginald Orr. If you would, my brother, tell people how they can reach out and touch you. You know, your social media outlets. and those who would like to have you speak, you know, what's the protocol for that?
All right. Facebook, KingdomworksOrr, Reginald Orr, Twitter, KingdomworksOrr, Instagram, KingdomWorks. You want to have me speak? Inbox me. KingdomworksOrr, inbox me. I'll be more than happy to come through to drop what I've learned over the years. I don't know it all, but what I do know is my story and what I've been through, and anything that you come up against, you can make it through. And Amari, again, I want to say thank you for the
You're welcome,
opportunity.
brother.
I am grateful, sir.
You're welcome. Well, again, family, is yours truly, CEO of Synergetic Network Group LLC, where we are your community liaison, entrepreneurs, and consumers. You had a powerful testimonial here, a living witness that this business definitely does work. We're not just online, we are offline, helping our people get things online for not only themselves individually, but for families and for us as a nation collectively, getting our lives online spiritually, physically, and financially. Okay, so we're here to serve you. Our attitude is servitude. Okay, ensure that you reach out to our brother Reginald Orr. Make sure you also purchase his book. And where can they go to get your book?
Um, they can go to Reginald Orr, www.reginaldorr.com, or you can inbox me, KingdomworksOrr, and I'll get that to you as soon
It's
as possible. Thank you again.
wonderful. Lucio, one of my fellow Marines who I served with when I was in the United States Marine Corps. I want to send a shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in, Lucio. I greatly appreciate that, man. Blessings be upon you and your family. That is a very honorable thing that you did on this evening. Thank you for taking out your time for tuning in. All my Black Liberation Movement family members out there, thank you so much for tuning in. Queen Mother, thank you for always hanging in there with us, Rhonda. And last but not least, especially my queen, the woman in my dream. That's
Hey.
all that's in between, you know what I mean? Yeah, my queen, Amani Mari, the CEO, well, I might as well say the executive director rather, man. She might as well be the CEO. She the one in the backdrop making things happen. So, you know, she's the executive director of all of our businesses. Hey, we love you. We appreciate you, family. If you would like to come on this platform, if you are your branding, if you have a product or service, okay, we would love to have you on this platform for the world to know who you are. Always remember this. You know, it may be a minuscule platform will open up a big opportunity for you. Peace, love, and power.